Today's episode is about the new switch gear. You see the bike is on one piece. It means that the new RAM motorcycle controls are successfully installed. And in today's episode I will talk about what I liked, what I didn't like, and give you a few tips if you decide to do this on your own. First things first, why RAM motorcycle? So what I like about this set of controls is that they are one piece. All the buttons are integrated into a single unit, and it also has the icons so I can see what buttons I'm pressing. I like the other designs from other vendors as well, but not having those icons, I think it's too much of brain work when you just need to press on the buttons. You can memorize, but it's still too much for me. Another beautiful thing about RAM motorcycle is their customer experience. When I contacted them, the guy called Georgie got in touch immediately, and he was incredibly friendly and he was incredibly helpful for me to choose the right set of buttons. He advised me on the wiring and all, how to get this fitted. So he was very helpful, and he supported me throughout the entire installation. It's very good to be supported by the brand, and certainly you support your customers very well. Another thing that I liked about the RAM motorcycle is that these controls come in two options. There is a plug and play option, and Georgie can pre-solder everything together. So if you have an interceptor with the stock headlight and the connectors are in the headlight, then the installation will really take just a few hours. It's all plug and play. In my case, I decided to route the wires through the bars, and my headlight is in stock. I have connectors elsewhere, so I had to solder the wires. I had to solder longer wires so that the connectors can reach the new location. And the controls themselves, they are well made, they're all metal, they look like they're built to last. I really like the quality and the look and feel. What I bought called version 2, and they are different from version 1 in the way, not just in the way how they look, but also in the way how the indicators are implemented. On version 1, the indicators are on a toggle switch, while on version 2 the indicators are implemented as buttons. And I actually prefer this way more because I found it difficult to find the neutral position, like to cancel the indicators, while if you have the buttons, what you can do is you put a flash relay, so you only need to press the button once and the flash relay will flash the indicator and cancel it after a few flashes. If you want to flash for longer, you just press for longer. Let's start the bike and check the functions. The kill switch is working, it's great. The starter is working, which is also very good. The kill switch is working again. So I only need to press once and the indicator will blink a few times and then it will self-cancel. Having the indicator on the right side is a little bit unusual, so I'll have to get used to it, but that's what I wanted to try, and that's sort of a Harley Davidson style. If they can do it, I can do it. So if you press it for longer, it will blink until you cancel it. And to cancel it, just press it again. If you press both of them, as you can see, the flasher, it will be the emergency flash, which you can't do with the stock controls. Just press two buttons and there you go. It's also great to mention that there are not too many things that I didn't like. The only sort of slight negative was because my bars are exactly 22 millimeters, the controls, they spin a little bit, so there's not enough grip. But there's an easy fix. I just put some tape around the bars, some like electric tape around the bars, and now the controls are rock solid. In your stock controls, you have those pins. They secure them on the bars so they don't spin. The RAM motorcycle, they don't have the pins, which saves you time. You don't need to do the drilling, and it also simplifies sort of the adjustment after you put the controls on the bars. You want to rotate them a little bit, which is a good thing, but you need to stop them from spinning, and this electric tape helped me. Now they are rock solid. That's the only negative, really. The rest of the installation was very good, but there are a couple of things that you need to take into account and you need to consider. So first of all is, if you are routing the wires through the bars, you really have to replace the stock. You really have to replace the stock wiring for the smallest gauge you can find. I ordered the cables from the website, which were cut to length. I ordered each individual color, and I went for the smallest gauge, which is suitable for this current. That's the only way how you can route the wires through the bars, because there are a lot of wires, and if they are too thick, they will simply not fit, or you will need to drill very big holes, which is not recommended, of course. Another thing is, you will probably decide that it's easier to remove the bars from the bike so you can work at home. And there's one very important thing: install the clutch first before you install the controls and before you route the wires. That's a dog. And that is because, like the brake lever, for example, it has a clamp, like a removable clamp, and you can install it at any point. But the clutch will slide on the bar, and it sits behind. It should go beyond the controller, the wire that goes out of the bar. I don't know if it makes sense, but just believe me, think about the clutch and install the clutch before you install the controls. Otherwise, you'll have to do it twice. The next thing is, you have to think about how you wire the flasher relay. I think I came up with a very good solution so that my kind of implementation remains compatible with the stock harness, and it really uses the minimal amount of wiring. I have the scheme prepared. You can download it, you can use it if you like. If you have questions, just ask me. I don't think I need to explain how I did it. You will figure this out yourselves. It's actually very, very simple, but if you have a question, just let me know.
Hey, I'm really sorry. I completely now, which is my bad. You wanted to do the soldering inside the bar, so when you are feeding it through, you're not.
Sort of important remark is that, so if you are to extend the wires, so when you order Ram motorcycle controls, they might come, if you ask for it, they might come with the wires, and you might decide that you don't want to unsolder the wire to solder a longer cable. You might want to sort of extend the existing wire. So if you decide to do it, make sure that the joints, the solder joints, are within the bar length. So when you route the cable through the bar, it will have to enter the hole, go through the bars, and then exit the hole. So those soldering joints, because you put the like the heat shrink around them, they become thicker, and this is a game changer. It's much difficult to route the thicker wires through the hole, especially if they all join at the same place. So make sure that if you decide to extend the wires, that you solder in the bar distance, so it only needs to go through the hole once. That's pretty much it. Otherwise, it's just a straightforward job that requires a lot of patience. Otherwise, it's a straightforward job that just requires a lot of patience, so take your time. Now let me go to the bike and show you how I ended up doing it. Here is how I decided to route the wires. So they go inside the controls, and then they go out here. And there's only one cable going out, so I merged two together to minimize the number of holes and to make it cleaner. So on the Interceptor, there's a couple of options how you can do it. So first of all, you can go through the clamp bolts. That's probably the cleanest and the best if you can find those bolts with a hole, but you'll be constrained with the dimensions of the hole, with the diameter, so I didn't go that route. Then you may want to drill through the middle, but there is a bar behind the clamp. When you undo this, you will see it. So what I decided was different. I decided to drill one hole here on the side, and I think it looks really smart and really clean. One other piece of advice is that when you start to do the drilling, move the drill from side to side so you can make the hole sort of oval. It will make it easier to pull the wires when you will be routing them, to pull them out, because they don't need to exit like straight, like 90 degrees at a 90-degree angle. They can go on the side and there will be no sharp edges, which is good as well. It will help you to do the job quicker. What could have been done better is these colorful wires. I could have wrapped them in a black electric tape so they're not visible, or they're less visible through the braid. I don't mind this personally. I don't mind a little bit of color, but if you like to make it pure black, you would wrap them. Just don't forget to do it. Very, very convenient is that there are two additional buttons on the back. So these buttons are not used to control the bike as such, but they are used to control the speedo. On the left side, I can now switch between the modes, like the distance, the odometer, trip 1, trip 2, and on the right side there is a reset button. The controls are now done. I will go ride the bike, see how it feels. I will report in the other episodes about my experience. And now what I need to do is I need to take care of the mud guards. So in the next episode I will talk about what I did. I will need to fix the wiring on the rear side, but that's an easy job. And then a few more upgrades before the show. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.